Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. There we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let me just get my thing going on here. Got to share the screen here. And then the last thing to do, turn on my camera. Wow, that's easy. Even I can do that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Good morning, Zen Master, Armulfo, Richard, David, Elizabeth, uh, David, Tom, Carrie, Duzzy, Brian. Good morning, Duzzy, Brian, Lewis, Wade, Ivano, Deborah, Vernon. Wow, we got a lot of people here. Whew. Wow. Mazen, Michael, John, Sarah, Moondog is in the house. Love it. Carly, Darren, Robert, Omar, Jill, Richard, Victor, Terry, Kay, Brian, Heather. Good morning, infinitely. Good morning, infinitely. Delbert, Michael, Robert Rice. I'm just trying to get everybody here. I don't want to miss anybody here. We got Stacy, Manuel, Lee, Robert, Clay, Patrick, Sunset Drive, Dave, Wakas, the Sassy Trainer, Philip, Henry, Richard. We got Charlie. We got Duzzy. We got good morning, Charlie. Frankie, Motown, Jesse, Rich. Good morning, Rich. Gabriel, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Wow, 164 people in less than 2 minutes. We're gonna have a busy day today. Robert, Ray, Murray. Good morning, Murray. Kirk. Good morning, Kirk. Nathan. Good morning. Richard. Good morning, Richard. From where are you? You're from Puerte. Sandra. Good morning, Sandra. Angie, Wayne, Krish, Peggy, Rick, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you guys could hear me and see me okay. Let me turn up my light a little bit. My light is. It's like I'm trying to save on the energy bill or something here. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. What a crazy night, right? What a crazy night. Good morning, Barbie. Carlos, good morning to you. Richard, yes, from Puente Gorda. That's what I wanted to see. Sweet Chin Lu is in the house. CJ, I'm going to give the room an extra minute to fill up because, well, we're going to have a lot of people here. The election usually turns on the fire hose and the volume starts coming in. Oh, yeah, volume. But, Rich, we got a lot to talk about today. There's a lot to talk about. Yes, Palantir. Yes, I think it'll do well. You got to get rest and you got to be 100%. You got to be fully even for the trading day. Good morning. Good morning. Now, I'm going to ask you guys an interesting question. Do you remember somebody with who looks remotely like me, and it wasn't Clyde? Good morning, Carlos. It wasn't Clyde. Who was telling you about 2 weeks ago, based on what the stock market was doing, who is winning the election, not based on my opinions. Remember solar stocks breaking down, making new lows? Remember, remember, what was the other one? Bitcoin cryptos making new highs. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? Just want to make sure you guys remember that. That was a few weeks ago. And the last election, the Russell gave it away. Do you guys remember that? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page and you guys remember that. You guys remember that? Remember we were talking about, and I said, I don't want to make any conclusions, but right now, based on and this, Trump is winning. Remember that? I recall clearly lists on my notes. Okay. Well, yeah, Carlos, you have notes. I mean, you have meticulous notes. I think we have actually two Carlos here with similar names. All right. You guys remember that, right? All right. Just want to make sure you guys remember me talking about it. You don't need to be a stock market analyst. You just need to put all that political stuff away and look at the charts, and they will tell you everything you need to know. All right. Good morning, Gaston, Kirk, Richard, Robert. Right? Everything is there. Okay. All right. Now, I'll tell you one regret I have. Okay. Now, everybody has regrets. I'll tell you what my regret is. My regret is that we didn't hold Morgan Stanley in the pit, that we took a loss in the pit. Look at Morgan Stanley this morning. Oh, and it went just below our exit. Look, just right here, it hit our exit, went up, get down there, and then ba-boom. If we just had a little bit bigger stop on it, and I wouldn't have changed anything, but it's just ironic. Ironic. Okay, so let's talk about today. Let's move forward. Let's talk about the market. There's a lot of things going on that you guys need to know about, okay? There's a lot of things DJT, Angie, I was telling you about that stock going up as well. Right. DJT, Bitcoin, and solar. Okay. Thank you, Angie. You're right about that. Good morning, Dr. Serena. You're going to have to up your game. We're going to start seeing a lot more people in here. We already have 317 in 6 minutes. So again, all right. So let's talk about the market. I'm going to break everything down for you. We are really, really strong. We are probably going to be taking some profits this morning. Now, folks, I want you guys. Good morning, Penny. Good morning, Carlos. Yes, financials are up too. Trump is good for he's going to lower the regulatory stuff for the banks, which is really good. That was one of the reasons why I went long Morgan Stanley 3 weeks ago, guys. But again, I don't like to get political here. Anyways, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so here's the deal, okay? The market is going to open very, very strong today. I'm going to give you a bunch of stocks today, okay? Can you promise me something? And please, I want you all to make a promise to me, okay? Please, no matter what, when the market opens today, please do not feel the need to buy stocks, okay? Please promise me you will not be buying stocks this morning. You will only be selling stocks this morning, okay? Promise me that. Well, what do you mean, Roger? I'll tell you what I mean. This is the bond market is breaking lower right now. This isn't really all that great for the stock market, okay? SPY, today's going to be a little different session for obvious reasons. We have our election special. And remember, I'll be here in the VIP room too. Look at where the stock market is right now. I'm going to repeat this again. There's a very, very strong chance that over the next few weeks, this gap is going to get filled. This is too big of a gap. There's a really good chance we'll have a couple of down days, maybe come back into this range, test out the 8-day in the VWAP. Yes, Carlos. Yes, for the medium term. And that's you can blame Powell for that, by the way. Trump had nothing to do with that one. Powell did. As a matter of fact, I don't think Trump I think the Fed, I think Trump was actually vocal, and I may be wrong, but I think he was vocal on not lowering rates. I think, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to have to ask Kevin Hassett on that, who's hopefully going to get his job back pretty soon. But that's not here nor there. So my point is, guys, you don't want to buy on a gap like this. You're going to listen to what Richard is writing right now. You're going to close winners, take profit, and buy when the opportunity presents itself. What kind of opportunity? 8-day pullbacks to the 8-day EMA, pullbacks to the VWAP. Okay? And I will be talking more about this today in the VIP room. Please promise me you will not be buying any stocks this morning. You will only be liquidating and putting on short positioning shorts. You will not be buying stocks this morning. Promise me that. Pinky swear. Pinky swear you're not going to be buying any stocks this morning. Please, please. This is very, 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 very jittery right here, especially with the bond market breaking down right now in real time. So I know we're having a relief rally. A lot of shorts are being covered. There's going to be a lot of repositioning. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know I'm going to get a bunch of emails and people telling me, but Roger, you were wrong. I bought this stock and it went up. I don't care. The overall market is above resistance. My suggestion is to wait for things to cool off. Wait till tomorrow, the next day. Wait for a rounding, like this, like this. Wait for something like this to happen. Wait for something like this to happen. Don't just buy on a breakout right here. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Yes, only take profits. Yes, yes, what Heather just said, what Richard just said. But Roger, there's this one stock, it's going to continue going higher. I don't care. You're going to take profit and you're going to like it. This is a gift. When you see a gap like this is a gift. Somebody's giving you a gift. What do? Do you look a gift horse in the mouth? No. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes, yes. Am I giving you bad advice right now? I don't think so. Okay. And again, this is a gift. This is a gift. Yes, exactly what Penny just said. It seems like we're all on the same page today, which is fantastic. Okay, so don't be looking to sell anything in the morning unless you're shorting. Okay. Yes, there's no need to rush into anything. He's going to be president for 4 years. You're not going to miss anything. There's going to be a lot of turbulence over the next couple of months, and Trump doesn't take office for 8 weeks. So this is a nice reaction, but folks, it's a reaction. It's a reaction. I am going to be selling this morning. Look at the comment Matt wrote to me this morning. Should be a nice profit taking day today. Okay? So, but Roger, you're not being transparent with me. You're hiding the ball. You're not really telling me what you're doing. I'm going to be selling at the morning today. Let's see. Do I have a microphone? One of those. I am going to be selling at the morning today. Hey, neighborhood, I'm going to be selling at the opening today. I think you guys are starting to get my point. Okay, good, good. Okay. Now let's begin our analysis. So the Dow's down up over 1,327 points. NASDAQ is up over 324 points. Everybody's putting their money into the stock market right now, into the U.S. stock market right now. Megaphone. Thank you, Angie. I need a megaphone. Hello? Hello? I need one of those megaphones. I'm going to have to make myself a megaphone. As far as Fed data today, we have FOMC starting. Ironically, the market is supposed to be really quiet ahead of the FOMC, but you do have a big report which can totally ruin this rally tomorrow. I don't think it will, but please do not think this is a gap and go. The odds of this rally continuing without any pullback is about 20% at this point, 15-20%. I like 80% odds, okay? So we do have FOMC tomorrow. We also have a crap load of earnings. We have a lot of earnings, okay? A lot of earnings. TTD, Expedia, Net, ANET, Affirm. We got a lot of earnings. Gold, a lot of earnings today. A lot of earnings, okay? So we got to be very, 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 very careful. SMCI didn't do well. It's down another 13%. Remember what I told you? The stock that's, well, let's just say the stock that we currently have in the option income cash flow program is the biggest competitor, and that's why I went and we're long. And Qualcomm had earnings, and I don't know what they are on chip stocks. We will take a look in a minute. Now, just so you guys know, I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Clyde, okay? I wanted Clyde to win, but what are you going to do? Maybe Clyde will vote next year, right? Jot really sure. Angie says, yes, Sarah. I'm jot really sure what he's saying. Let's see here. What could you even clear? Yeah, I don't think, but Sarah and Angie, Trust me, I'm going to get 20 emails between now and lunchtime. Roger, shouldn't I be going long this stock? The smart money was on Clyde. The smart money was on Clyde. He's very upset. And I'm sure each and every one of you would have voted for Clyde if he was on the ballot. All right, crude oil. We're starting to see sell off in crude oil. Remember, I told you I don't buy this rally that happened. I told you guys that we still have the 100-day, the year-to-date VWAP, the quarter-to-date VWAP, and we're right at the 50-day, and we have to break down. I agree with you, Heather. Yes, yes, LMB Brooks. Yes, yes. See, Stacy voted for Clyde too. I wanted Clyde to be a president. I would even let Melania be his the first woman. All right, so I'm expecting crude oil to break this level. There's really no reason. And by the way, I think Trump will be pretty firm on foreign policy. He was very firm on foreign policy. I actually was saying it a few days ago. Foreign dictators, one of the things that Trump did the foreign dictators were really fearful of him because he wasn't playing around. And I think that's really positive for global economy. So I don't think crude oil is going to be coming up in the near term. I think energy prices are going to be coming down. Yes, VIX down. Remember, Carlos, I told you guys to remember yesterday and the day before what I told you? We're going to back away. We're going to look at the big picture. We're not going to look at intraday data. We're going to look at two things, the VIX and the SPY. How did it work out for you, Carlos? Yeah, I hope it works out. Folks, and here's the thing. I am American, and I know most of you are American. And one thing I learned in this country, we have to respect the president, whoever he may be, whether you like it or not. It's done, it's over, and accept it, and let's move on. Okay, so whether you like Trump or not, it's over. Clyde didn't win. Let's move on. Okay, these are the cards that you are dealt. We're dealt. Let's just move on. Okay. So I'm not very bullish on crude oil right now. I'm not very bullish on crude oil. And I've been giving you little here and there. Crazy About Pet says, can you explain why we shouldn't buy if we see a good trade? Well, there you go. Angie, and Angie, and who was it? It was Angie and you see, guys? Do you guys see that? Can you explain why we shouldn't buy if we see a good trade? Hey, can 462 people explain to Crazy About Pets why he shouldn't buy this morning if he sees a good trade? Do you see what Crazy About Pets just said? Sarah, thank you. Do you see that? There's always somebody that doesn't get it. Because we're up over 1,332 points in the Dow. Crazy about pets. I'm also crazy about pets, but I'm also crazy about the stock market. Wait for the market to cool off. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? There's always one. I'm going to get 10 to 20 emails. I'm telling you, I will get 10 to 20 emails between now and lunchtime after I showed you the chart. After Crazy About Pets, were you here when I was talking about the gap 5 minutes ago, about the support area, the resistance, how we gapped up, buy the news, sell the fact, all that? Did you see all that, or are you just missing all of it? Yes, it's a sucker bet. Yes, Murray, I'm going to start drinking too again. Now, this is what I have to deal with all the time. How many times do I have to say it? Oh, I forgot. I got too carried away. Let me post here. Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Here's a link for that. It's also in your members area. I will be doing a post-election summit today. It's going to be very, very cool. I highly recommend you guys show up. Oh, yeah. Remember we were talking about it, Dr. Serena. This is when the whole thing starts up again. This is when folks start coming into the market. And I will be in my VIP room, and it's going to be very, very, very cool. And again, don't miss the 1:00 session, folks. This is when things really start. This is when the fun starts. Yes, you sell into strength. You know this whole thing, Crazy About Pets, It's a free gift when the market is up this much. You liquidate your positions on gap ups, all that stuff that I've been just talking about for the last 20 minutes. Yes, yes, yes. So, so crude oil, I'm bearish on. China is now down 3%. And remember I told you this was not going to help us. And China, I think Trump is going to start regulating China a bit more. It's down 3% right here. All right. Do you think the market will sell off today but rebound? I have no idea what it'll do, but I'm not taking any chances, and I wouldn't be surprised. Next week option or sell. Sabrina, send me an email. This is not a good time for questions, guys. I'm still doing my analysis. And the odds are I'm going to Sabrina, I already told you exactly what I think you should be doing. You explained to me your situation, and I told you that the last thing you should be doing is trading right now. All right. FXI below the 8-day EMA. Below the 8-day EMA, nicely within the channel. I'm expecting us to traverse this channel and break down and pretend nothing happened in China. Gold is breaking down. China is breaking down and gold is breaking down. If you remember, I told you guys yesterday that if you're currently in gold, it's okay to stay in gold. But if you're not in gold, wait for gold to come back up above this level. Gold is now breaking the quarter to date VWAP and making its way to the moving average. My suggestion right now, and folks are simply putting their money outside of gold and putting their money into the stock market right now. It's a flight to quality right now. People don't want to be in gold; they want to be in stocks. Now, my suggestion to you is this: if we don't bounce back by the end of today, you will see this coming down on the SPY, and you will see gold coming back up. My suggestion to you is this: if you see gold breaking down below today's low, get out of your position and then initiate it back when we're up here. Oh, my dogs are going crazy. I hope you guys can't hear any of this. It's maddening. Just because we're at the VWAP doesn't mean much. And again, I wouldn't put too much faith into this bar. I want to see how the market does at the end of the day. Right, exactly what Brian just said. Yay, 522 minutes, Dr. Serena, in 1/3 of our time. Larry, I answered your question. I answered, and I'm still going to answer your question at least 100 more times if you just let me. Exactly, Penny. Penny, yeah, you guys are all saying the right things. Okay, so don't react too much to this. Wait till the end of the day. If we start breaking into this area right here, we should hold. This area right here should hold. There's a liquidity pocket right here. Or I say a lot of consolidation, a lot of congestion, a lot of volume here. We should be stopping around here. But if you don't see us quickly coming back up, especially when the stock market begins coming off, that's going to be a thing, okay? Market right now so far, nice and steady. Okay, so again, we all capiche, we all understand. We all understand the move. Gold, warning. We're warning right now. I'm not liking what I'm seeing, but I'm not going to liquidate just because of one bar. I want to see some follow through. If I don't see follow through and I see it snapping back up here, everything is good. If not, everything is bad. But don't make big decisions the day after the election. Don't make big decisions the day after the election. The odds are this will come back down and consolidate, or it'll consolidate around here and give you 20 more opportunities to buy when we're moving above this level. But I have a very strong suspicion between now and the next week or two, this gap is going to fill, or most of this gap is going to fill. Now, I don't know if you guys are hearing me or not, but I'm literally answering the question that you want me to answer without directly answering it. Okay. Woo, 517 in 24 minutes. Here we go. 600 Club is upon us. You guys remember I said right after the election, it's going to be like somebody, you're welcome, John. Somebody's going to open up the water faucet, the volume faucet. You remember I told you guys right after the election, it's going to be like an open faucet. Alan said, I'm setting alerts from almost an hour last, right? All relative strength stocks for the 8-day on pullback. Alan, please let me know how you do, because you seem to be saying something very smart. So let me know how you do. There you go, Carlos. All right. So China, and that's not good for gold. 10-year, This is bad. This is not good for blue chips, guys. Not good for blue chips. So now let's put everything together, and then we'll talk about volatility, stocks, key levels, and all the other things we usually talk about. And I will give you a full list of stocks and make only if you promise you're not going to buy any of them till they move to the levels that I'll tell you about. Okay? All right. Please send me send me an email, Alan, at roger@rogerscott.com after you're done, and let me know how they do. Roger@rogerscott.com. Here's my email. Yes. 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 Ooh, 528. Come on, 600 Club. Folks, this is dangerous. This is dangerous right here. Long-term bonds are going up as we head into FOMC. And folks, this whole presidential thing, it's going to fizzle out. I mean, this excitement is not going to be here forever, okay? Use this as an opportunity to take profits. Okay? Use this as an opportunity to take profits. I'm telling Matt to prepare a bunch of orders pre-open. All right? We don't mess around here. I'll talk about VIX. I'll talk about it. Guys, we're not going anywhere yet. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm not in a rush. Here's Customer Service Live. Here is my link for my class, which I'll be doing today at noon, and I will be talking plenty about this election. And boy, oh boy, it's a perfect time for these VWAPers right now, by the way. Oh, timing is so good. And VIP room at noon, where I'll be talking about my favorite election sectors today. All right. News good for 2 or 3 days. Max, Kevin, max. There you go. Hey, Angie, you didn't make a bad move. If Kamala won, the market probably would have seen a gap down. So, and remember what happened last time after Trump won? We had a lot of volatility. You want to lock it in. You want to lock it in. All right, let's talk about everything. Let's put everything together now. Donald Trump is now the 47th president. We're up 2.24%. We're actually up right now only 2.14%. We've already started cooling off a little bit. Okay? I'm telling you, be careful this morning. And volatility, even though it gapped down, it's starting to come back up. Don't be surprised to see volatility come up. Republican Party has also gained control of the Senate and made advances in the House of Representatives. We're probably going to have a red sweep. Palantir. Hey, does anybody remember this stock? Does anybody remember Palantir? Does anybody remember the Palantir trade for the VIP room? It's only up 4% this morning. And what did I tell you yesterday on Palantir? What did I tell you on Palantir yesterday? Hold on. Let's see. Let's take a look here. The best two looking stocks are Reddit and Palantir, 2:43 in the afternoon. Take profit on Palantir. Go long Palantir. Yes, I like it for a swing. Now, why do I get 6 of these marks here? Why do I get 6 of these marks here? What is wrong with this trade? You would have just doubled your money if you would have stayed with a swing. Well, how come I'm not getting 6 emails asking me about Palantir, but I'm getting 6 people doing this? What is there that you don't understand about Palantir? You don't like making money? 53.39. I did, Karen. I did. Because we're day trading. And I said, if you're swinging it, that's okay. I did. I always do, Karen. Nothing new. Because if Kamala won, Palantir wouldn't be up here. It would be down here. But we're still here. All right. Let's continue. By the way, I gave you Palantir right here when it was already up 23%. I didn't give it to you here. I gave it to you right here. Okay. All right. Kirk says it worked. Imagine that. Good, Alan. Good. Yes, exactly, Raymond. Exactly. Exactly, Michael. Boy, you guys are getting it. I did. I did. I did. I did. Someone recommended Pelletier. Never heard of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 400, 545 people. Are we going to get to 550? Yes, we are. I guess the people who held it thought that Trump was going to win. I don't know. Yes, Paul, it is. Yeah. Oh, boy. People are listening to the. Seems to do well even after we get out. Yes, he does, Alan. About 90% of the time. The folks in the pit must hate the pit. I know you must be cursing the pit right now. Oh, I wish I had the pit when I got started. NXPI slumped 5%. Again, not good for semiconductors. ISM unexpectedly rose to a 2.5-year high. Trade deficit at 2.5-year high. Nobody even mentioned it yesterday. I guess the government's just going to keep printing money. Yep. Hey, Eagle Beagle, I hope you're well. Fed officials are widely expected to lower interest rates by 1/4 point. I hope they lower rates by 0.5 point, but they're not going to do it. But I can't wait to hear what he has to say. We have a lot of earnings today. We got crude oil inventories, which nobody's going to focus on today because of the presidential election. Yeah, Dr. Serena, look at that. Thank you, Alan. Too expensive, okay? Europe is up, celebrating the U.S. stock market, providing a glimpse of hope for the struggling sector, for the large-scale fueled, large-scale orders, expecting a glimpse of hope of the struggling sector, manufacturing orders in Germany. Yeah, I wouldn't be counting my breath on that. China closed marginally lower. I would say so, right there. This way, you could kind of put everything together, right? I know it's miserable making money in the pit, Sarah. I know, I know. Happiest Clyde on a fire hydrant. Oy, oy, oy. Best in class. They do, they do. That's right, Kevin. Japan closed sharply higher, and Yell fell to its weakest level since July. Donald Trump took a lead over Kamala Harris. Weakening in Japanese currency as Trump emerges victor because U.S. dollar is very strong today. Tesla's up over 13%. Folks, I don't like the stock and I don't like him. And I'm telling you right now, the stock is up for one reason and one reason only. And we all know why that is. Because he helped his buddy Trump quite a bit. I'm not a fan of this stock. I am not a fan of this stock. Matter of fact, I told you right here. See, you got to look at the stock when nothing is driving it. And when nothing is driving the stock, look, right here, news drove it for 2 days. And what happened afterwards? Right to the quarter-day VWAP. And I'm expecting the same thing to happen here over the next several days. Okay? This is completely driven by the presidential election. This is not based on the company. Okay? Just giving you heads up. Total hype. That's right, Cam. Well, we're going to get into that, Angie. We're going to get into that. So, again, pre-market, Tesla's up and SMCI is down, which means Dell, we have weekly cash flow options in Dell right now. Hey, looks like somebody may be taking profit on his weekly cash flow options at the morning today. Is Clyde upset about the election, David? I don't know. We're going to have to talk to him. He really wanted to win. Who cares? You're making money. All right. We got 555 people here. Let me ask you guys a question. Have I been guiding you the wrong way in the last week or two about the market direction? 1%? Just curious. Have I been guiding you? Have I been saying anything that hasn't happened in the same progressional matter as it's been happening? Volatility breaking down. Remember I said this is the only thing you need to pay attention to? Listening to your experience and guidance. Good morning. Good morning. Well, don't forget customer service live. Don't forget VIP room. And I have a class today at noon, which is going to be a lot of fun. And yesterday, I really went in depth about this stuff. So spot on. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. Sectors. Let's talk about sectors. Volatility is breaking down. We're now in the lower end of the range. You're going to keep an eye on this level. The level is 15. And I think if the stock market starts coming off a little bit, we're going to see volatility rally a little bit. And we're going to see the stock market actually cool off a little bit. I also told you yesterday. I told you yesterday that hedge funds. So one of the things I told you yesterday, and this is really, really important. Thank you, Jesse. I told you yesterday something really, really important. I said to you that hedge fund managers, their job is to, and I'll talk about this more in the VIP room because I think everybody was so focused on the election yesterday. So listen to me right now. Okay? I want to make sure I'm in the office before they open because I have to place a bunch of liquidation orders, just like the rest of you do. So, hedge fund managers, they compete against the benchmark. This is the benchmark. The S&P is the benchmark. The job of the fund manager is to outperform the benchmark. Nobody cares. Nobody, including the boss, cares if a fund manager makes or loses money. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The only job the fund manager has is to outperform the S&P 500. The question his boss asks him is, hey, how much are you up this year? No. How much are you up against the SPY this year? How much are you down against the SPY this year? Why do I always look at the SPY when I'm putting on positions in the pit? Everything is benched against the SPY. The SPY is your benchmark. No, I don't, James. I don't. I just look at how many people are in. We have 563 people in, and I'm expecting things to start picking up aggressively over the next 3-4 months. Till about May, we're going to get really busy till May, and volume is going to pick up till May, and we're going to have a lot more fun right now trading than we did in the last several months. So let's enjoy this, okay? So the hedge fund guys, their only question, they're going to be pressured because the stock market just made an all-time high. The stock market, listen to me, guys, listen to me. Thank you, Dr. Serena. The stock market is now going to be pressured to compete against the stock market. So the hedge fund managers, they all have to now, all of them now have to aggressively start accumulating in order for them to match or beat the S&P 500. You understand what I just said? In order to beat the S&P 500, they're going to be aggressively buying, not because they want to, but because they have to. Do you understand? So you're going to, doesn't mean today, doesn't mean in the next 5 minutes, but in the next month and a half, 2 months, if this stays up here, you're going to see aggressive accumulation. Otherwise, there's no way in hell the hedge fund managers will be able to keep up with the market. And you know what happens when you have a $5 billion account with a hedge fund manager and you come to him and he says, hey, we weren't able to beat the S&P 500 this year? He gets fired. So again, stop looking at how your hedge fund does. The only thing you need to worry about is whether it's outperforming the stock market, because that's the only thing the hedge fund manager that operates it looks at. I know it's not fair to you, but that's how the world works, okay? So my point is they're going to start pushing stocks higher. Not necessarily today, not necessarily in the next 5 minutes, but over the next few months. Over the next few months. So we're going to stay aggressively bullish, in my opinion, based on that. Yay! And Dr. Serena, you have been here from the first day. Remember when I said that we're going to start getting a lot more people after the election? You've been here from, folks, let's give a big applause to Dr. Serena, who's here every day being my actuary. Every day being my actuary. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Very, very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. So again, you understand the logic behind these institutions. All these institutions are now going, fuck, I got to beat the S&P 500. What am I going to do? So they're going to start buying tech stocks, stocks with an alpha higher than one. They're going to start getting more speculative, more into Russell 2000 stocks, stocks that have an alpha that's better than the stock, or a delta better than the stock market. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Serena. So again, just something very, very important. And if you look at the QQQ, you will see exactly the same thing. We're all the way up here right now, almost at the high. Okay. Almost at the high. Not at the height yet, but almost at the high. All right. Yay. There we go. See, Dr. Serena? Thank you so much for doing that. Great job, by the way. Great job. She's the best actuary you can have. I got to hire her to keep track of my goodies. So again, we got to fill this gap. And by the way, I'm a little nervous that the NASDAQ did not make an all-time high. That's because of all the tumultuous stuff we have going on with various sectors. Let's talk about sectors right now. Now, I told you the other day that we have more fragmentation than you can imagine. Everything is completely mixed up right now, and it's going to get even more mixed up. To give you an example, which is another reason why stocks need to cool off, way too much fragmentation. Way too much fragmentation, okay? So to give you an example, home builders and energy, do they have anything together? No. Communication services and Russell 2000, not really, except they're speculative. Consumer staples and mid caps? No. Industrial stocks and mid caps? No. Utilities and QQQ? Definitely not. Okay. So I think we're going to see more fragmentation, which is another reason why. Now, something important. Well, Roger, if the market's so fragmented, why did we have such a gap up? Gap ups. And so there's an exception to the rule. There's an exception to this rule. All the stuff that I'm talking about here doesn't apply to overnight markets. It applies to actual trading markets when the market is open. So if you see an overnight gaps, that's caused by futures markets. Those are not caused by people buying actual stocks. Those are people speculating at night where the stock market is going to be opening, which is another reason why I want you to liquidate the hell out of your positions this morning, at least temporarily, okay? We don't have a clear gauge of where these stocks and these sectors are going to open. So, very important. Remember, Eagle, what I said about the peso 3 weeks ago when I said Mexico is going to get pummeled if Trump wins? Solar stocks down, EWW, Mexico down. Remember, I was talking about this stock right here? I was talking about Mexico. Remember? Right here, EWW, we were talking about Mexico. I gave you a full lecture about it. I explained how if Trump raises tariffs, it's going to be good for our economy, but very bad for the Mexican economy. Mexico's going to go bankrupt, and we're going to have a lot more migrants coming in here. And I said, this is the sector you want to short. I said it live about a week ago. I was here talking about EWW in the VIP room. All right. So I'm talking too much today. Let me get back to what I was saying. So this is important. When you see fragmentation here, it has no impact on the overnight market. It only has an impact on the actual market we are trading. So when you see fragmentation here and the market opens, it does this. Overnight, this does not control anything, okay? I never said that to you guys. I assumed it was pretty self-explanatory. But this doesn't control overnight markets. Futures and global economy does. Futures. This is Let me show you what's controlling our economy right now. This second. Look, the futures contracts, the futures are being traded right now in real time, and the cash is being arbitraged with the future. But when you see fragmentation, it doesn't mean the stock market can't move overnight. It can move overnight. That's futures dependent. But when 9:30 comes around, this is what starts controlling, not the futures. You guys understand that? All right. 575 moving towards 600. So again, when the market opens today, the futures are going to start keying off of US. These futures are going to be looking at these sectors, and these sectors are completely fragmented. And as the stock market goes higher, they become more and more fragmented, and it becomes harder and harder for the stock market to go up. So now you understand why, one of the reasons why I think you should liquidate, because we have fragmentation here. You can always initiate after we gap up and then start coming down. So again, when I say this is fragmented, it doesn't have any impact on the overnight markets. Overnight markets are not driven by these sectors. They're driven by the futures price. Now, I assume that a lot of you, like Penny, a lot of people here know that. But some of you who never traded futures do not know that. But overnight markets are not being driven by US stocks. What you're seeing right now in the SPY, what you're seeing right now in the SPY is based on what these futures are doing. And futures don't really matter very much after the market opens. Okay? Understand that? So again, when I say we have fragmentation, it just means that markets are going to be more like this, but it doesn't but overnight, this has nothing to do with reality. Like right now, everything you're seeing, everything you're getting happy about right now is not caused by the US stock market, which hasn't opened yet. It's being caused by the futures being up almost 1,300 points on the Dow. And when the market opens in less than 1 hour, this will not have any impact on reality. And then you're going to be hoping that your SPY is still in line with these futures. Did I now answer the question of why your ass needs to be out of stocks this morning at the open on long stocks, and why the stock market's giving you a gift, and how futures are not controlling anything? Craig, why don't you reach out to me? Here's my email address. Isn't that better? 588. We're heading on to 600. Now, I'm going to be giving you stocks right now. I'm going to give you a lot of stocks right now. I do not want you to buy any of these stocks, Charlie. You're going to set alerts on these stocks right now. And then I got to get out of here. And I really do have to get out of here early today for selfish reasons. Ooh, look at China. Remember I told you I don't believe this for a minute, and I think we're going to come right back down? I got to say, we've been really accurate lately on our overall market assessment. All right. All right, Craig, you email me. All right, so I'm going to talk about short stocks. Short stocks are in play. Why is short stocks in play? Let me explain to you why short stocks in play. Because if you guys think that Donald Trump becoming president will have any impact on Estee Lauder being in the shitter, you're sadly mistaken. He's not going to undo this. Okay? But the market's going to open up high today. That might be an opportunity to start selling some of these stocks near the A line. Right? So every time I'm showing you a short stock, Charlie, don't look at it right here. Look at it right here. Let me give you a few. Cirrus Logic. Where did we get this stock from? This must be the first time we're talking about this stock. It's up $3 overnight. This may be a perfect A-line trade at the 110.65 level, right? It may be a great short from the 110.56 level. How about Levi's? Levi's may be a perfect short from the 1728 level. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I can tell you one thing. Richard's writing these numbers down right now. Crocs. I'm going a little extra today, guys. Crocs may be a beautiful short at the 111.45 level. Oops. Sting. Watch. Somebody will completely ignore everything I'm saying today. Look at Scorpio Tankers. It's down even with the market up over 1,000 points. Would be a beautiful short at the 58.70 something level. Not yet, Cam. We have to have a down day first. Remember, we need to close at the bottom. After today, maybe, Cam. After today, we may get tons of 90-10s. DHRX. Oops, wrong ticker symbol. DHR. Sorry, DHR. An A-line trade. Hey, look, we're already here. We want to be down here for this. We want to be down here. We want to be 250.27. TMO. We want to be right here at 561. EFX. Equifax. We're already right at the A line right there. Align. So the only reason you'd want shorts is if those shorts come up a little bit so you can short them again. Now, let me give you long stuff. QTWO. You will not be promised, you will not buy any of these stocks today that I'm giving you right now till we get to the 86.11 level. Charlie. Walmart. Ooh, we should have kept Walmart. We were long Walmart. Till we get to the 82.95 level. It's election day. I'm being extra nice today. 122.42 level. See how boring today's going to be? 50 BMY 54.91 level. DoorDash. I know, first time we've ever mentioned this stock here, guys. First time. At the 156.07 level, not at 160, where it's going to open today. Visa. Regulatory. Not at 305, at 293 level. Hey, Roger, I'm not going to buy any longs today based on your analysis. Exactly. Tell me this isn't the best session. SYF is at 63, not until it's at 57, excuse me. Bill. Old Bill. Wait till it's above the VWAP, which it'll be this morning. EXPE. EXPE, overbought. Wait till it's at the 162 level. CART. I don't think so, Mikey. Gas, maybe. Solar, no. Right at the VWAP, right here, 44.58. Right now, it's at 56.98. Charlie, do you see the difference between me giving you a stock in the morning and the price levels you need to buy them? Today's a really extreme example. That's why I wanted to give it to you. So you don't buy and you don't sell these stocks after I give them to you. That's what a fool would do. A smart person would wait for it to come down to the VWAP, which is what I tell you, or the A line, which I tell you every day. Cake. No cake for you today. We're here. We want to buy right here. Good, Charlie. Good. And thank you for paying attention. All right. So, are we going to buy the open today? No. Are we going to wait for a pullback? Yes. Why, Roger? Why? Because this move right here is based on the futures price, and the futures are going to revert back to the S&P at the open, and we have no idea what the S&P will do. We have a huge fragmentation, and volume just started coming in. Typically, Don't worry about Bill. It's not a good one today. It's right at the VWAP. It's not a good one today. That's why you didn't hear anything, Eduardo. Um, that's why today you're going to take it easy. You're going to sit on your hands. You're going to liquidate your longs, and you're going to find shorts that are making you lows. But today, those shorts are not making you lows. They're a little higher at the 8-day EMA. And you're going to start looking for positions to position yourself to the short side only when it reaches the 8-day EMA. On the upper hand, you're going to liquidate your longs and you're going to look for positions that are near the 8-day EMA. Can I be any clearer with you today? I explained to you why. I explained to you how. I explained to you the logic behind it. I gave you the fragmentations. I actually gave you the levels, the buy levels on every one of our long stocks and almost all of our short stocks today. And I explained to you how you should behave today. All right. Now, I'm going to be doing an update of this, and I'm going to be doing something really cool in the VIP room because I'm going to have time to prepare this morning because I'm not going to be that busy trading because today's not a busy day to trade. Thank you, Dr. Serena. So in various programs, do you recommend to go ahead and take profit at open based on what you have just said earlier? Ed, look at what I sent Matt today. Look at what the message I sent Matt this morning. Should be a nice day to take profit. Matt is my assistant. What do you think he's going to do today when we get into the office earlier? Maybe send a bunch of alerts out to you guys? Yes, Charlie, I can. Because I like you, Charlie. I want to see the I want to see the regular guy make money. Estee Lauder right here. Here, just put an 8-day EMA on your chart right here. 73, 73, 72, 90, 72, 84, Charlie, or thereabouts. And what was the other one? What was the other one? Sorry, I missed the other one. And Cirrus. Cirrus, wait till we're right here at 110.85. We're only at one. We're going to open at about 106. Right here, about 110. Right here, about. Just put an 8-day EMA, Charlie. Right here. Just go right here, indicators, and put in MAEXP8 right here. And if anybody wants to rewatch this video, here it is. There it is. Oh, Crocs. Okay, I'll do Crocs. And then I got to go. I really do have to go. It's for your, trust me, it's for your benefit. Right here, 111.71. All right, I will see you guys later. Take Profit Wednesday. Here's my email address at rogerscott.com. Nice, JNL. Nice. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. And don't forget my VIP room. Don't forget my VIP room at noon today. And don't forget, I have a class today. Here's all the accoutrements for you. You're welcome, Charlie. Hold on. Let me just put this special class, 1 o'clock. Here's both links. And don't forget, the most important thing here, the Cam and Gustavo show. Let me give that to you. Let me give that to you. All right. Cecilia, Richard, adios. I'll see you all later. Don't be crazy today. Don't make crazy decisions. Bye, guys.